Now here's Clark. And he's going to the line for two.
Derrick Rose. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Brandon Clark.
Good on the second one.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Rose outside. Johnson against Edwards. Here's Beauchamp. Three-pointer, no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Edwards can't hit.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Rose outside. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Green fires for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's the Minnesota.
Fans, get ready for the Jabberwockies!
We know how hard it can be for rookies, but taking some time now to look at our matchup, well, that does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their... So we see the Timberwolves.
You guys know how to win. That's why we love you.
135.
We know some teams are stuck in the cycle of we think this is the year. We think we may finally get over the hump. Checked in for Minnesota. Monk comes in for Jordan McLaughlin. The Wizards also changing it up. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Davis comes in for Korkmaz. And Morris subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. So the Wizards 5 right now. Davis is out there with Morris. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Avdia. And it's Brian in at the 5 down low. LeVert the pass to Smith.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns sets the pick for Smith. There's the triple. Towns, no luck.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Towns with the steal. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Towns. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Towns has got 7 points.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Over in the corner, Avdia. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Edwards. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
To the paint, here's Bryant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Pass to LeVert. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside, Towns. Now, here's Monk. He's covered closely, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot.
Washington ball. Substitution on the court.
Morris outside. This one for three. Tie game in Minnesota. We'll get
Need some energy out there, MP. You're up.
Towns checked in for Brandon Clark. Smith comes in for Kyle Anderson. Edwards has come in for Malik Monk. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Davis. He's out there with Monte Morris. Avdia out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Brian in at the 4 spot. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Wizards.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
Takes it from 10. Edwards can't hit.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Avdia kicks to Morris. From deep. Shot clock reset for Washington. Fires the 3. No good. Shot missing. Timberwolves trail by 3.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Smith finds Moore. Here's Smith. Moore outside. Smith outside. It's LeVert on the wing. From deep, Moore. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
23. The Washington Wizards. 26.
Obviously a big hole to fill in the...
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now. Thank you for being with us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
Shooting for Washington.
Smith comes in for Anderson. McDaniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And Monk's subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. Timberwolves trail. They've got Smith. Karis LeVert is out there with Monk. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And he's an explosive guard who isn't afraid to test the defense. Heads-up play there from Monk.
And the wide-open shot from Avdia. The Wizards with another miss. And Clark has got the ball here for Minnesota. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Monk. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
And I think it's going to be crucial that Monk continues to work on his playmaking ability. When he's dribbling the ball like that, he is tough to stop.
And there's the 3. Is his first trip to the line tonight.
And to look at his percentage from the line.
Substitution on the court. At the line for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin. Shooting 1.
And the technical free throw is good.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
So on the floor for Washington, Avdia in at the small forward with Kuzma at power forward. Monte Morris is out there with Korkmaz, and it's Bryan in at the center. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Morris. Back to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. McLaughlin, no good. Avdia, the pass to Morris. They get the rebound. Out to Kuzma. Off target from three-point range. And so it's the...
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 76. The Wizards, 66.
Well, Clark, as the season marches on, some teams have really distinguished themselves. How hard is it to hold on to top ranking? Smith, he's checked in for Anderson. Moore comes in for LeVert. And it's Monk in for McLaughlin. Jackson, he's checked in for New York. Hield comes in for Hall. So on the floor for New York, we've got Kelly Oubre. Robert Covington is out there with Jackson. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. Hield passes to Oubre. Back to Hield. Three-pointer. Edwards pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kelly.
Here comes Wally. You ain't ready.
Able to draw the foul as a result.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in. Hardenstein, he's checked in for New York. Toppin comes in for Covington. Edwards comes with a double team. Brunson finds Hield. Back to Brunson. To the middle. Here's Toppin, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
New York has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And Jalen Brunson, he's a great option on the floor, Grant.
Yes, he is. Can attack from different levels of the floor. Solid shooting threat from outside. And gives you another playmaker to initiate the offense.
1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Clark. The Knicks pull it in.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Hield with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. From 12 feet. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, staying with it and looking to expand this margin. Hard-nosed takes like that will certainly help.
Edwards, a pass to Smith. Back to Edwards. Inside Monk. Over Brunson. Offensive rebound. Here's Edwards. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Boy, you like to see Edwards doing work on the glass, hitting the boards there, using his strength and athleticism to extend plays.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Toppin. Great positioning on the putback.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
It's been all about Jalen Brunson for New York.
15, the Knicks, 21.
Completely new group for the Timberwolves. The Knicks making a switch here. Edwards and Anderson fill out the perimeter. Brandon Clark out there with Smith. And it's Moore in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Smith outside.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Brunson against Edwards. Pass to Moore from deep. The shot no good. New York goes the other way with it. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
Here's Anderson. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. Last time they met was in New York.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. To give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Clark, the pass to Edwards. Lets it go from 11. Tries again. No problem from Clark as he finishes at the rim. Clark's gotten his first basket of the night.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
30 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. Pass to Hall. Back to Covington. Now here's Hield. The three is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hield's got 6 points.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Didn't they teach you how to pass, MP?
7 seconds left in the first. And so it's the New York Knicks with
the score. Your Minnesota Timberwolves 26. The Knicks 42.
You know folks are hyped about the arrival.
Now moving on to the game at hand, thanks as always.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution. Yeah. Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Clark is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Smith comes in for Anderson. Moore's checked in for LeVert. And it's Monk in for McLaughlin. Hartenstein, he's checked in for New York. Hield comes in for Oubre. Grimes, he's checked in for New York. Outside Edwards. Uses the glass on the layup. Edwards got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
It's been all.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 51. The Knicks, 76.
You think you're that great?
Your Timberwolves, 60.
Or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent. That's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, we've got Toppin. He's out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Hall in at the point. Here's Mays. No good on the 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And Hall gets it to go.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Out left to the wing. Here's Mays. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Sinks the tray.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Toppin. Here's the 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Mays. Knocks it loose. Beyond the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the 4th. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Hey, we've heard a lot of coaches say, including Warriors coach Steve Kerr, about load management. If you want to see the Stars play more often, cut the schedule back. Maybe 72 games. Grant, your thoughts?
You know, B.A., this is a problem and a concern, I think, for the league. You go back 20, 30 years ago, Stars played every night when available. Now you're not.
First team foul. At the line for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin. At the line for Duke.
Maybe I'm just a traditionalist.
And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures in different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Outside McDaniels. This one for 3. He buries it from 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And Smith over to help. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. There's a minute 47 left to play in the 4th.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's McLaughlin. Floats one up. McDaniels from long range. And Another three from Minnesota.
Let's look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here for the Knicks.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jalen Brunson.
So impressed with this performance.
Is this the best you've got in here? I hope not.
51 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Toppin. McDaniels against Oubre. Shot clock at 5. Toppin's shot is off. Now here's McDaniels. Here's McLaughlin. Clark with a screen on heel. Here's McLaughlin from the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And here's Brunson. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business.
The end of the game. Thank you, crowd, for coming out here tonight. Your support means a lot.
Gotta move the rocket,
Please
please.
get
That's why y'all lost.
We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1 spot. Here's Highland. Line up here for the Nuggets. And then for Minnesota, Smith comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Monks subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside Edwards. Over Ross. Edwards. That's good. Edwards got 9.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Lets it go. Here's Najee. And good work on the boards to pick up the second chance points.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here is Smith. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Edwards can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They set the pick. Clemens passes to Najee. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. Minnesota in the lead. Smith with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Towns missing. Denver's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Ross in the corner. Pass to Powell. Lets it go from 11, and the shot is long. And so LeVert will bring it up for Minnesota. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
Here's Clemens. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. Anthony Edwards.
15. The Timberwolves. 19.
Right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Minnesota. Smith is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. Here's McLaughlin. Feeds it to McDaniels. Smith feeling it out a bit. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
You don't deserve to be in front right now. You don't belong on the same floor as us.
Free throws so far today. Here's McLaughlin. He's got 5. .111 left in the first half. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Najee. Najee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Gordon kicks to Ross. Here's Najee. Oh, good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now the pass to Edwards. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. It's over Powell, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And now that's 11 points for Anthony Edwards. Pass to Najee. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now, here is Smith. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. 8 seconds left here in the second. In the corner, it's Gordon. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
If Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those.
And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting.
Voting for the All-Star Game selection.
Moving on. In that first half of basketball, thanks for spending half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing here, guys, from Nasir Little.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Little And it's Highland in at the point. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. And for Minnesota, they've got McDaniels. Smith is out there with LeVert, and it's Moore in at the shooting guard position. And here's Jokic, the 17-footer. That shot is off.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And there's the 8-second call as they...
Substitution for your Nuggets. Nasir Little. Eric Gordon.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gordon against Moore. Now Gordon. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And here in the middle of the season, these teams really coming into their own right now. They found their identity and know what they're all about, Grant.
Well, oftentimes that's what happens. I mean, these guys have had the...
For Minnesota, Smith, he's checked in for Anderson, and LeVert subbed in for McLaughlin. And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Dario Saric, also Damian Jones out there, and it's Terry in at the 1.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that was the mobile one drive. No resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Now Smith. Shot clock at 6. Monk for 3. That one doesn't drop, and it's the Lakers the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
Saric a screen. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And he banks in the layup. Saric has gotten his second bucket.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Pass to Monk. 1 minute left in the first quarter here. It's Edwards on the wing. They get it again. LeVert. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Lets the 3 fly. Shot is good by Reeves.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Monk passes to Smith. 23 seconds left in the opening quarter. LeVert outside. The 3 ball. Rebound by the Lakers. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
On the road, they got owned defensively. they just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
At the end of the first quarter of the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves,
20, point at the end of possession. We'll be right back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, let's quickly break down the game. We'll go for a different look here. Jones, he's checked in for Bryant. Saric comes in for Hachimura. Reeves is checked in for McLemore. And Terry subbed in for Walker. Here's Terry. He's checked by LeVert. Pass to Terry. Here's Hawkins. Saric a screen. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here's LeVert. Jones grabs the board. And for the Lakers, they're shooting just around 26% for the game. Pass to Terry. Here's Reeves. They set the screen. Launches it. We've got 22 seconds left in the half. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hawkins. Hits the trifecta. He's got 5.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vacates.
You have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's Minnesota.
26.
The shooting percentage they allowed was through the roof. Their coach should have.
And now a subject that. And that's a wrap on that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Malik Monk really making a difference here. Getting ready for the Timberwolves. Clark is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Smith comes in for Anderson. McDaniels is checked in for Monk. And LeVert subbed in for McLaughlin. LeVert finds Smith. Clark with a screen on Walker. LeVert passes to Clark. It's McDaniels on the wing. Launches a 3. Kyle Anderson has been leading the charge for Minnesota. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. McDaniels gone 2 of 5 tonight, filling in the wings. Edwards and McDaniels. Smith out there with Brandon Clark. And it's LeVert in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Middleton. Rebound Minnesota. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Now here's LeVert. Floats one. It's hauled in by Saric. Saric has got 4 rebounds now.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
LeVert finds McDaniels. And it's the Lakers the other way. Middleton passes to Saric. The kick out to Walker. Puts up a three. Knocks down the triple.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Pass to Edwards. There's the steal. Here's Reeves, guarded by Edwards. And here's Saric. 4-3. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your...
Oh, the Timberwolves. They're leading by 13. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones, he's checked in for the Lakers. McLemore comes in for Middleton. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Smith. On the wing, MP. Outside McDaniels. Here's Moore. Outside McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Here's McLaughlin. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pass to McLemore. It's Walker on the wing. To the paint. Here's Jones. Boom! He jams it straight down.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves. 88. The Lakers. 75. Bang.
Both these offenses geared to space the floor, Greg, in many cases playing outside in.
And we've got some bombers out there tonight. It's become a shooter's league. I just hope we'll see...
Changes here for the Timberwolves. Smith checked in for Anderson, and it's LeVert in for Jordan McLaughlin. The Celtics also changing it up. And Stevenson's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Noel comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Pritchard in for Jones. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Williams, and it's Noel in at the 2 spot.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. And it's LeVert missing. Boston leading by 5. Noel passes to Pritchard. Here's Gerbeau. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's finishes like that that should help them build this lead here in the first half.
Now Monk, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. 6 to shoot. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And here's Stevenson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Monk. Back to LeVert. Stevenson against Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. And Towns throws it down.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Pass to Noel. Back to Stevenson. The pass to Pritchard. Boston needs to get off a shot. And the rejection by Towns. 13 feet away. He shoots again. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him
14, the Celtics 17.
Up here for the Timberwolves. The Celtics making a switch here. There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. On the wing, Monk. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Brown. On the floor for Boston. We've got Lance Stevenson. And it's Pritchard in at the point. And it's Stevenson missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage.
And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster. So many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
A 3-ball. A shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. 1:06 left now here in the second. Outside Edwards. Towns the screen. Edwards kicks to Towns. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Smith finds Monk. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. To the left side wing. And here's Anderson for 3. The rebound by the Celtics. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking.
And a close game so far to the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics up by 1. From Target Center, back in a moment.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take. And looking at the vote totals, Kenny, do you? And moving on to the Timberwolves now. They're in the midst of a close game. And that is our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Minnesota takes the win.
Results. That's what you guys give us. Results.
The Boston Celtics.
Well, Grant, we've seen the NBA evolve quite a bit since your playing days. How do you think you'd be used in today's game versus when you played? For the Timberwolves, Smith, he's checked in for McDaniels. And LeVert subbed in for Monk. Martin, he's checked in for Miami. Beverly comes in for Lowry. Setting the floor for the Heat. Otto Porter is out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. Martin, the pass to Adebayo. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Edwards finds Russell. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Towns on a screen. Russell, that's good.
Yeah, whenever he steps on the floor, the first thing on Russell's mind, scoring points.
Pass to Hero. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
The ball's knocked loose. Driving inside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Miami.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Beverly, the pass to Adebayo. Driving to the basket.
Bam Adebayo gives his
And I love how they've been the aggressors on the offensive end. So unafraid of contact, looking to score points in the lane and at the free throw line.
Bam Adebayo has been fairly solid from the line throughout his career.
Pass to Moore. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for him. Now the Heat take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Here's McLaughlin. Inside. Here's Clark. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Tyler Hero.
At the end of the first quarter of the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 14, the Heat 26.
Myers checked in for Miami. Porter Jr. comes in for Butler. The Heat with the lead. Setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Caleb Martin. Otto Porter is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. LeVert outside. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Porter finds Beverly. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
1:16 left in the second quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Just 2 to shoot from deep three-point range. And it's Miami with a rebound. They led by as many as 18. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. And that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip. And here's Porter outside. He drops it from range. Now it's a 7-point Miami lead.
When you talk about the best 3-and-D guys in the league, Porter's a climber on that list.
Here's McLaughlin. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Clark in the post. Working on Adebayo. Here's McLaughlin. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
From behind the arc. They get it back. Here's Beverly. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Hey, Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
Looking like a junkyard dog on the glass. Patrick Beverly, you have to admire his intensity.
That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Miami. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. We'll be right back after this word.
Not sure any run of games feel.
All right, and looking now at the first half. And that'll do it for us.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today? With a whole new group out there. A minute 35 left in the game. Smith with it. Grant, when you see players make that leap from star to superstar, think about guys like Giannis and Jason Tatum. I mean, what is that step like? You did it.
Well, it's interesting. You know, you come into the league and you have success right away, but at some point, everything just clicks. It could be year 4, year 5, year 6, usually in that window where now you figure things out and now you take that next step and become elite. Now, B.A., you know, I'm hoping that things start to click with me in my golf game. It's been about 4 or 5 years there, too.
Superstar status is not in the cards for you on the golf course, Grant. We've got Brandon Clark. Karis LeVert is out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then it's Smith. And it's Moore in at the 3, small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pass to McLaughlin. LeVert outside. 6 on the shot clock. Clark with a screen on Hero. LeVert finds Clark. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Pass to Porter. Lets it go from deep. Outside Butler. So we see the Timberwolves take it.
You killed it tonight. Great win.
121. The Heat. 99.
Just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. You feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions. Is here for the Timberwolves. Smith checked in for McDaniel. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Malik Monk.
Get outside, get outside.
On the court for Minnesota, Smith is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Russell. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's LeVert in at the 2.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alum.
Passes it to Russell. Here's LeVert. 8 points his last outing. 5 on the clock. The pass to Towns. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Pass to Sexton. Clarkson for 3. Sinks the triple.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to him.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up on it.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota.
Game in town, people take the team to heart, and we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Williams, he's checked in for Utah. Clark, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jordan McLaughlin comes in for D'Angelo Russell. Grant gets a wide open look. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Down low, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Not just a score. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's McLaughlin. And here's LeVert. Clark outside. McLaughlin, the pass to Edwards. Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
Boy, you like to see Edwards doing work on the glass, hitting the boards there, using his strength and athleticism to extend plays.
And so it's the...
23.
Minnesota making some changes. Smith comes in for McDaniels. And it's Edwards in for Monk.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Brandon Clark. Smith is out there with Edwards. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1.
And this is what you like. I mean, Clarkson using that tight handle of his to create space.
Clark, a screen on Sexton. And McLaughlin gets it to go. McLaughlin's got 7 points.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Kicks it out to Grant. No good from outside. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Clark, the pass to LeVert. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, LeVert showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Grant finds Clarkson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton for 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Here's McLaughlin. He's got 7. Clark, a screen on Sexton. McLaughlin, no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's
the 35.
What's the feeling like when you get that? And let's review how things are going for the Jazz. They That'll do it for our show tonight.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well. For the Timberwolves. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Sexton on the wing. LeVert against Clarkson. Kicks it to Williams. Fires from deep. Good on the triple. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go. Now, here's Clark. LeVert with it. It's been and so it's the Timberwolves taking care of it.
That's the end of the game. Thanks to everyone who came out for today's game. We hope you have a safe and
Brent, for those star-laden teams, this has to be a difficult time of year to stay completely focused.
Well, those teams have a bigger goal in mind, BA.
We'll go for a different look here. Clark is checked in for Towns. Smith comes in for McDaniels. Monk, he's checked in for LeVert. And it's McLaughlin in for Russell. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jackson Hayes. He's out there with Herb Jones. And it's Alvarado in at the point guard.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Smith with it. Pass to Clark. Clock at 6. Cash gets MP picking up the assist.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Here's Daniels. And Clark with a block. And he gets that one. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Minnesota in the lead. Here's McLaughlin. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Outside Edwards. The three is up. Erickson grabs the board. New Orleans has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Fires the three. Rebound Minnesota. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Pass to Edwards. There's the triple. Unable to get that one. Outside Jones. Hayes for three. And so it's
at the end of the first quarter.
Shooting for New Orleans. Checked in for Gobert. Smith comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Edwards is checked in for LeVert. And it's McLaughlin in for Russell.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Anthony Edwards out there with Smith. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Monk in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Daniels. Here's Hayes. They shoot again.
Brandon Clark, first personal foul, 15 fouls. At the line for the Pelicans, Erickson at the line for 2.
That one misses. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 15 in the second. Here's McLaughlin. Fires in the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
And Smith over to help. Pass to Erickson. And here's Hayes. Here's Alvarado. Down low. Erickson hits it from about 6 feet out. He's got 5. 35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Clark left side. Outside Monk. Pass to Edwards. Let's go with a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Out to the wing. Hayes with room to shoot. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Much more efficient this quarter. Feeling more and more confident.
Here's McLaughlin. And the basket by Clark. Clark's got 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's Minnesota.
46.
Unfortunately, injuries are a part of the game. Now back to our game. Pretty impressive first half. Thanks as always for watching.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Caris LeVert.
And the bulk of his production.
The new group for the Timberwolves. .24 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Here's McLaughlin. We've got 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he hits the jumper.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge.
The Pelicans, 81.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Herb Jones. Hayes is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Daniels in at the 1 spot. Outside Monk. Pass to Smith. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Smith. Gobert with it. Covered by Williamson. Here's McLaughlin. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Thomas. From outside, off the mark.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Here's the pick. And right through it goes!
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pass to Williamson. Here's Thomas. Now Hayes. Jones, the pass to Hayes. Three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Monk. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth to take the lead. Again, the Timberwolves score.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants the Rock in the game on the line.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Thomas. Williamson with a screen on Monk. Here's Thomas. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Williamson. Here's Gobert. And how about that? 8 for 9 now. All right, guys, a breakdown. Called the Pelicans. They're behind by 7. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And again, no good by New Orleans. Here's McLaughlin. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
Timberwolves win. Your Minnesota Timberwolves. 108. The Pelicans. 101.
As we get close to the All-Star break, Greg, what's the vibe like in the locker room post-trade deadline?
It's great if you're a playoff.
A good substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Smith comes in for McDaniels. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Achua, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Kevin Huerter comes in for OG Anunoby. White, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fred VanVleet. So for Toronto right now, T.J. McConnell is out there with Wright. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Achua. And it's Siakam in at the 5, roaming the paint. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. It's good. This game is all even. Edwards got 7 points.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
To the inside. Oh! And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Gobert with a screen for Monk. Back to Gobert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And how
how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Inside, Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Monk with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Achua. No good off the back of the rim.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
In the corner. Herter with it. They grab their own miss.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out.
16.
So it's the Toronto Raptors. They're
with the score. Your Minnesota Timberwolves 32. The Raptors 47.
Not surprising to see two competitive guys.
And now, looking back on that first half, things were... And that about wraps it up.
Change here. Smith is checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Achua is checked in. Karis LeVert is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Smith in at the power forward. So
that's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's McDaniels from downtown. Here's Towns, a second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Towns has got his second basket.
Exactly what you love to see from Cat, that aggressiveness, that assertiveness on the backboards.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad's.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Timberwolves trail by 16. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to LeVert. Over to the wing. Smith dishes to Russell. Smith the pass to Russell. Kicks to Smith. Now Russell. Shot clock at 6. Smith finds Russell. For the 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Siakam throws it down.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
It's LeVert on the wing. Russell a screen on Trent. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's good. 2 points. LeVert's got 14 points.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Siakam against Towns. Van Vliet kicks to Achua. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns a screen on Anunoby. Towns the pass to LeVert. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Towns sets the pick for Russell. And stolen by Siakam. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
LeVert kicks to McDaniels. The pass to Russell. And here's Towns, covered by Siakam. Towns dishes to Russell. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Towns.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Here's McDaniels. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Toronto Raptors.
50, the Raptors, 66.
Changes here for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam comes in for Wright, and it's Fred VanVleet in for T.J. McConnell. And then for Toronto, Wright comes in for Barnes, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Fred VanVleet. Siakam left side. Over Clark. And again, Toronto no up. Timberwolves trail by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Raptors.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep.
Keep coming at him, MP. They got nothing on you.
MP.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Siakam. To the wing on the left. Achua kicks to Herter. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Now Smith. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Gary Trent Jr., T.J. McConnell.
So Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding.
We're all about you, MP. That's right.
Thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the...
Well, Grant, you were a 7-time All-Star and the first rookie to lead NBA All-Star fan voting.
You know, B.A., I'm still overwhelmed at that.
For Minnesota, Smith comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Monk in for LeVert. The Hornets making a switch here. On the floor for Charlotte. Ball at point with Rozier next to him. That's the backcourt. Then it's Green. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Jones in at the 4 slot.
Capella showing you his strength right there, just playing right through that contact.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Outside Edwards. 1:52 left to play in the first. Towns is screen on Green. Edwards for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Edwards has got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Screen by Capella to the middle. Here's Jones, and he buries his first look.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off.
Easy to see that this Hornet squad loves to play at a fast pace, and for good reason. They're built to do just that. They push the ball up court fast and hard, and they really work hard to try and catch the opposition unprepared and unalert.
3 on the clock. 1 for 3. Hornets with the rebound.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going. Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Capella, the pass to Ball. Jones sets a screen. Ball with it. Russell covering. That's good from Jones. And the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Smith. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Monk for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
You've got to get out on Monk now. He shoots a high percentage from outside the arc, and the form, perfect.
And so with a whole new group out there. .141 left in the first half of basketball. Russell, the pass to Monk. Now here's Smith. Back to Monk. Towns on a screen from downtown. And the basket by Monk. Monk's got 6.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
We've got Smith. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Anthony Edwards, and it's Towns in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got his 2nd basket.
In the paint, Towns is just a nightmare for defenders. His size is a huge advantage.
Ball, and Ball throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Just 5 on the clock. Releases. The shot by Russell, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And that one drops for him. He has 6.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Russell. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer. makes them. And so it's Minnesota, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Back to the game after this break.
You look at the Timberwolves, they've been holding
and keeping things moving. What a tremendous first half performance. That's it for us. Thank you.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, one of the stories here, Terry Rozier. Man. Going to change it up. Ball outside. Williams with the screen. The three is up. No luck on that one. And so it's
the end of the fourth quarter of score. Your Minnesota Timberwolves 72, the away team. 57 wins the final quarter, everybody. I need you to get right now.
Changes. Capella, he's checked in for Williams. Washington comes in for Green. And it's Rozier in for Servetus.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in the season series, even a short one.
Most definitely. I mean, even though you see opponents outside of your conference only twice a year, you still don't want to have that feeling of being swept.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
On the floor for Charlotte, Ball and Rozier are the guards. Clint Capella out there with Washington, and it's Jones in at the three. Connects from downtown.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Ball outside. And so it's Minnesota easily.
Guys, tonight, let's win. Your Minnesota Timberwolves 94, the visiting team.
And Greg, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Here we go. Both these teams have talented front court. Chance in the line here.
Hey, guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
So for New Orleans right now, up front it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Then it's Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. Now here's LeVert. Tight defense on him. Gobert with a screen on McCollum. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
To the middle, here's Williamson, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
With the reputation of a highlight reel dunker, Zion's always ready to put on a show.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Russell against Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards. And he's fouled.
C.J. McCollum. First personal foul. Second team foul.
When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Here's New Orleans. They're on a 15-6 run. Cullen passes to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Such an effective playmaker. You got to be impressed with CJ's ability to hit open teammates.
And the way CJ McCollum Gray can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Goes up again. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Gobert's got his second basket of the night.
Nice interior touch from Rudy. Good at getting ideal positioning and capitalizing.
Russell against McCollum. Pass to Daniels. Jones, no one around him. Drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Gobert with a screen on McCollum. Russell, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Clark, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. Monks checked in for Karis LeVert. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Thomas up top. Out defending. Puts it up. Hayes, no good. Timberwolves trail by 11. McLaughlin, the pass to McDaniels. Picked by Clark. Latre. Erickson with the rebound. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Hornets. To the paint. And Hayes kicks to Murphy. Here's Alvarado. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shoots from 8, and he gets the bucket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
At the end of the first quarter of the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 11, the Pelicans 24.
Here for the Timberwolves. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Now the pass to Smith. McDaniels kicks to LeVert.
2 minutes.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Setting the 4 now for the Pelicans. Out front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
A nice shot by McDaniel. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Warriors.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
Valanciunas dishes to Williamson. 4 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
drawing attention from the defense. Zion knows there's probably someone else open. He understands the game.
Russell against McCollum. Here's McDaniels. Misses the three. New Orleans leading by 18. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
Passes it to LeVert. Here's Russell with the three. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists tonight.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Russell against McCollum. Floats it up for Williamson.
They just can't get stops against this guy. Zion too strong and too athletic.
There's Russell with the three. And through the first half, a pretty loud score.
With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 26, the Pelicans 45.
Shaq, did you enjoy testing your... Now, looking at the first half of play in our... And that's a halftime run.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Zion Williamson, guys, in this game. Minnesota making some changes. It's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell.
And we all know about Zion Williamson's athleticism. Now he must continue adding to his game.
Smith is out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's McDaniels. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And it's
that'll be 3 seconds. At the line for the Pelicans.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
11 seconds left in the fourth. McCollum outside. So we see New Orleans taking the double.
That's the end of the game. Thank you, Brad, for coming out here tonight. Your support means a lot.
This is the time of the season when some teams start to transform, for better or for worse, Brent.
Yeah, we either see some clicking.
The new group for the Timberwolves. On the court for the Nuggets, Dwight Powell out there with Zeke Naji. Then it's Nasir Little. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Clemens in at point guard. Monk against Ross. Monk passes to Clark. Outside McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Clemens. 8 points in his last timeout. Powell sets a screen. Here's Naji. Nails it from beyond the arc. Naji's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Monk. Clark with the screen. And it's Monk missing. The Nuggets trail. Pass to Najee to the inside. Wow, that's good.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Outside McDaniels. It doesn't go for him. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Here's Najee. Second chance shot. It's good. And he drew contact on the shoot.
That's an awful ball. What did you see there, Ref?
Opportunity. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Here's McLaughlin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Monk. Offensive board. Clark. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials.
The previous play is under review.
Basket off in time or not?
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for you.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The basketball. 3 points will be over.
Nice game plan, Coach. Really way
At the end of the first quarter of this game.
He's going with a whole new group out there.
Wolves fans, you know them, you love them. Here they are, your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. Put your hands together again.
Here's McLaughlin. Outside McDaniels. And there's 1:45 left in the second. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
We've got Brandon Clark, Smith out there with McDaniels. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Monk in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
The other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Back to Daniels. Puts up a 3. And it's Denver with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a... to get that win.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
It's all about the offensive boards. I mean, they're just a statement about toughness, trying to demoralize your opponent by outworking them, out-hustling them.
And I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like a faster team.
And the basket by Clark. 34 seconds left in the first half. Here's Clemens. He's averaging about 6 points per game. And the shot goes. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's McLaughlin. Just 4 to shoot. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a...
And for that matchup with the Raptors, man, I think it's fair to
And moving on to the Timberwolves now. They're in the midst of a close game. And that's it for halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really Look for Denver. Powell, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Najee comes in for Gordon. And Little is subbed in for Murray.
Yeah, everybody knows that Bones nickname is going to stick for quite a while, but don't let it fool you. This guy is not afraid to take it inside and challenge bigger defenders.
Here's McLaughlin. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. McLaughlin's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Porter with it. Here's Najee. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got his fourth assist.
77. Substitution on the court.
And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night. A terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
Here are the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Highland. So it's Denver picking up the...
That's the end of the game. We want to thank everyone who came out for tonight's game. Please exit the...
We've got a terrific low post matchup tonight, Doris. Two of the top big men in the league going head to head.
Kevin, these are...
He's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And Strus is subbed in for Trent. And then for Minnesota, Smith checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Monk's subbed in for LeVert. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, got Anthony Edwards. Smith is out there with Towns. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Russell in at the point guard. Clock at 6. Here's Monk on the money from 12 feet away.
Yes, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Siakam left side. Over Towns. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Raptors trail by 11.
Guys, I've got to say, one of the things I love the most about the Toronto Raptors, how special their fan base is. Really, when you think about it, Canada much more associated with the great sport of hockey, but they love professional basketball.
Back to Russell. Back to Monk. Towns sets the pick for Monk. Outside, Towns. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Edwards inside. Siakam's there. Towns for 3. Drops in the tray. Towns has got 7 points in the game. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Shoots from the line, and Russell gets it to go.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Strus passes to VanVleet. Offline with his three. And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead.
Your record, 16. The Timberwolves, 28. Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors.
He's checked in for Precious Achua. OG Anunoby comes in for DeLon Wright, and it's Fred VanVleet in for T.J. McConnell. On the court for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards out there with Smith. Then there's Towns. Then it's Russell. And it's Monk in at shooting guard. And the Raptors miss again. Timberwolves leading by 9. And there's the pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Barnes grabs the miss. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to Denver. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Anunoby. Anunoby against Edwards. From outside the arc. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Russell with the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 7 rebounds in the game. Nice move. And
Minnesota foul. Carl Anthony Towns. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your
Gives you great defense nightly and growing on the offensive end. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Towns, a screen on VanVleet. 1 for 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
3.
Russell's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Minnesota with
your record. 43. The Timberwolves, 53.
You know, right now for Minnesota,
moving back to our game, Carl Anthony Towns v. And that concludes.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, guys, Caris LeVert getting it done today. Futures for Toronto. Achua, he's checked in for Siakam. Max Strus comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fred VanVleet. Timberwolves also changing it up. Smith checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And it's Malik Monk in for Caris LeVert. Gary Trent is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Barnes. And then there's Precious Achua. And it's Strus in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Here's Towns, and that one drops. Towns has got 11 points.
This is what you get when you combine size and touch. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, that's good.
Nobody near Barnes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. And so it's the Timberwolves who come on up.
That's the end of the game. A sincere thank you to everyone in attendance. See you again soon, and please.
And a little deeper into the season now, the depth of some teams already being tested, Richard.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries popping up.
Making some changes. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Silva comes in for Durant, and Ben Simmons subbed in for Curry. One of the best parts of All-Star Weekend, the Rising Stars game. MP will be in it this year.
Yes, he will. And that game is so much fun to watch. The future of the NBA on full display, and MP is a huge part of it.
On the court for Minnesota, Edwards out there with Smith. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Monk in at the 2. And stolen by Irving. And now the Nets on the break. That's good from Simmons on the assist by Irving. Simmons has got his second bucket on the night.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
They're taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's McLaughlin. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons has got 4 rebounds now. I'm thinking about the Aussie Ben Simmons. Such an impressive defender, Richard.
Honestly, he's a defensive player of the year caliber player every year, mainly due to his ability to guard any position. This is the type of versatility that isn't seen very often.
Smith passes to Edwards. From the baseline. And the basket is good. Edwards got 9.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Outside Simmons. Back to Irving. There's the drive. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 16 so far. Smith passes to Monk. Back to Smith. Now Monk. To the paint. To the wing on the left. Here's McLaughlin. Simmons defending. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Towns. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 5.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Irving with it. Now guarded by Monk. That one goes in.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Monk with it. Coming off a 12-point game. Towns a screen on Irving. Monk for 3. Nails it from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Plenty of offense in this closely.
18.
And And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
On the court for Minnesota, Karis LeVert is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's McDaniels, then it's Smith, and it's Clark in at the 5 spot. RJ, not too many teams are more willing to make bold front office moves than the Nets.
And we've seen it for a while. You had the Durant acquisition, the Ben Simmons trade. Brooklyn is never afraid to go all in to make a run for a championship.
Irving, the pass to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Here's Sharp. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Terrific playmaking from Simmons, getting the ball into his hands off a wide-open shooter.
Towns a screen on Irving. To the middle. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Irving, the pass to Simmons. 26 seconds left in the first half of this one.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's McLaughlin. He's guarded by Irving. Here's McLaughlin. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. McLaughlin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution.
And so it's Minnesota with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
These rankings take into account how teams... And now let's look back on that first half. Appreciate you joining us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And you know, Anthony Edwards. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drive.
His 3rd personal foul. At the line.
With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim. But if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Simmons and Curry are in the backcourt. Then there's Sharp. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Silva in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Pass to Simmons. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, an elite passing forward. Simmons just dropping a dime.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam can. Clark, the pass to Monk. There's a minute 12 left in the third. Can't connect from short range.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Inside. And that one's good. Simmons has got 6.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's McLaughlin. Simmons defending. Pass to Clark. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Durant, pass to Simmons. Over McDaniels. And there's Simmons on the assist from Durant. And it's now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead. Minnesota's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Back to Smith. McDaniels finds Smith. Outside McDaniels. uses the glass on the layup. McDaniels got 4 points this quarter.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Now here's Simmons. Tight defense on him. The kick to Durant. This for the tie. Knocks down the long J. Durant's got 9 points now in the second half.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they may be after fighting the title.
67. The Timberwolves. 67. Go! First quarter time. Rise up.
And so it's...
And that's the end of the game. As always, thank you so much for coming to tonight's contest. Hope you had fun.
Brand new bag. College girls